Hi guys, and welcome back to Cooks by Carrie. If you're new here, I'm Carrie, and for today's Foodie Friday video, I tested out the healthy brownie recipe from theloopywhisk.com. Spoiler, this recipe was definitely better than the last video, Monday's video. But if you haven't already, make sure to check that one out. Alrighty, let's get into this video. For this recipe, you are going to need some dark chocolate chopped, some coconut oil softened at room temperature, some eggs, coconut sugar, almond flour, cocoa powder, a pinch of salt, and some additional dark chocolate chunks or chips. The first step is to preheat your oven to 355 degrees Fahrenheit. Now I'm taking my dark chocolate chopped and my coconut oil, and I'm going to combine them in one bowl. I use a small bowl, and you can see that, or maybe you can't, but you're going to want to use a bowl that is heat safe. You'll see why in a second. Now you're going to want to boil some water to create a double boiler. Once mine was boiled, I turned it down to medium-low. Also make sure to have your vent fan on. Now I'm taking my bowl and I'm just going to whisk it all together until the chocolate and coconut oil becomes one mixture. This did not take me very long, probably less than a minute. I know you can do this in the microwave, but a double boiler is not that difficult, and if you have a pot and if you have some water to do it, I definitely recommend doing it this way instead of in a microwave. Also, the chocolate mixture is going to be very thin here, but that's totally perfect. Now, you can do these next steps with a mixer like I am with a KitchenAid or a hand mixer. And then you're just going to add in your eggs and your coconut sugar, and you're going to want to mix this. There was no set speed, but I just did medium and then high for about 5 to 7 minutes. You're going to want the mixture to triple in volume. Mine took me a whole 7 minutes, but your time may vary. Now it has been 7 minutes, and you can see what my mixture looked like. It kind of reminded me of the mixture of whipped coffee, if you know what that looked like. That's what it looked like to me. You can see this is what it looked like. It was semi-thick, and since it was all mixed and tripled in volume, I didn't really think that was tripled in volume, but I guess it was. I went ahead and added in the chocolate coconut oil mixture that we just made. And you're going to just mix this until it's completely mixed through, and adding it in slowly. Slowly, just so it can all mix through. For this part, I had my mixer on the lowest speed, on stir. Now I'm removing the bowl from the mixer, and I am going to just scrape down all the sides, all the edges, and make sure everything is mixed through. Now I'm going to sift in my almond flour, cocoa powder, and salt. We want to make sure that there are no extra clumps. I'm using my almond flour that I always use in all my videos, but that's Bob Brand's Mo. And so it looks clumpy, but there wasn't many clumps. But if you're using a different almond flour, which is completely fine, you might have more clumps. Just FYI. So I'm just going to sift it in and then take a spatula and then mix the mixture until it is just combined. Now I'm taking my other mixture of chocolate chunks, and I'm just going to add about half of them in. You could add more or less, but this is just what I decided to add because you want to save some for the top of the brownies. Now I decided to make these brownies one bite brownie, so I greased a mini muffin pan with coconut oil. In the end, though, my muffins did end up sticking. I'm not really sure why, because this is supposed to be a non-stick pan. So I just recommend, if you're going to go and grease a pan, make sure you put a good amount of oil in. You could also use an 8x8 pan with a piece of parchment paper or whatever else you have on hand. Now to spoon the mixture into my pan, I'm using a cookie scoop. If you do not have a cookie scoop, that is totally okay. My cookie scoop is about a tablespoon worth of measurement. So you could use a tablespoon to pour in the mixture or just take 2 spoons and put it in that way. However you choose to do it is completely fine. It'll all end up the same. Also, these muffins don't have any baking soda or baking powder, so they're not really gonna rise that much. So you can fill them up all the way to the top. I mean, I wouldn't say overfill them, definitely don't do that, but you can see mine are pretty filled, but that was fine. Now I'm taking some of the leftover chocolate I had and topping each of the mini muffins with about 1 piece. Now my oven is at 355 degrees and I am popping my muffins in. I cooked mine for about 15 minutes in total. However, mine ended up more cakey, so if you're going to want them fudgy, a little bit less, gooey, even a little bit less than that. It's all going to depend on your oven and what you want the end product to be. Now before we continue with this video, please subscribe, leave a thumbs up, comment down below what you'd like to see next, and share this video with a friend. I have a goal of 100 subscribers, so if you could all please subscribe, that would be greatly appreciated. Also, please ring the notification bell so you will be notified whenever I post a new video. Now, let me show you the end result of these brownies. So, after 15 minutes, I took them out, and then, yeah, this is what they looked like. I thought they looked really cute, and I was really excited to try them. They were really small, and yeah, I really like this one. And then I just put them over there, and I let them cool for a little bit. Now, overall, I think these brownies were pretty good. I definitely think they're a good, healthy alternative. Again, it may have just been me and how long I cooked them for, but they were more of a cake brownie. So, were they my favorite brownies? No. Were they pretty good? Yeah, I'd probably give them a 7 out of 10. Pretty good, but still not the best recipe ever. But if you're looking for a healthy one, I would definitely recommend this one. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked today's video, make sure to subscribe, like, comment down below. Please, if you haven't already, follow me on Instagram at Cooks by Carrie. I post lots of fun photos of the food I cook. That's it for today's Foodie Friday, and I'll see you on Monday with a new video. Bye, guys.